Hey, what's up? Thank you for joining me for yet another video. Uh, this one will be on the world of MMA, the combat sport that doesn't stop giving with regards to news and drama, which we all love, right? So this time the topic is going to be, of course, Conor McGregor, who's you know uh, on the headlines now for pretty much all MMA websites and MMA channels on YouTube. So the story is, if you follow, I won't really go into the whole thing, but the story essentially is that Connor is not or has not uh, donated the promised 500,000 that he promised pre-fight, pre Dustin Poirier, Conor McGregor 2, right? Um, So just to refresh everyone, that whole thing started with the UFC not really getting involved with the process of setting up Conor versus Poirier 2, and somehow, I guess Conor wanting to fight very urgently at the time, he asked as many people as he can. He offered to donate to charity or to fight for charity, I believe, for to fight Dustin Poirier. I believe that's where that all started. Anyway, when the fight finally happened under the UFC banner, they decided to do it for the UFC. Um, the donation continued, and before the fight, there were announcements, few announcements that he would be doing it. Some in the pre-fight press conference, some even right after the fight. So obviously, Connor took the credit, the nice guy points, basically, um, from the idea that he is going to donate to Dustin Poirier's charity, which is called the Good Fight Foundation, right? So this happened yesterday, and I'm sure by now, if you're following the sport, you know all about it. But basically, Connor puts out a tweet of how he's going to win their third fight. Dustin replies with something like "good theory" or "good whatever, good plan" or "good prediction." You also predicted to donate to my foundation. Blah blah blah. See you soon. Um, and then that's where shit hit the fan, so to speak. And Connor was very upset, and he started insulting Dustin, calling him an inbred, and a lot of other things that were very, personal shots. And also, he said something to the effect that he did not go on with the donation because he doesn't believe the foundation is credible enough, or he feels like he implied that because just Dustin Poirier is taking the fight, right? He is basically a greedy guy. Dustin's a greedy guy, and that reflects on the foundation that he runs. No sense whatsoever. I mean, nobody's gonna buy into that argument. Um, and here's the thing, though. You've already said you were gonna do it pre-fight on several occasions. Connor said it. He's received a round of applause. It's been announced by Poirier as well in front of him, in front of the press. So he certainly got the props, the points, for that. But he never went ahead with it. So, I mean, it's certainly messed up, right? And what I was trying to say is that if you feel like this organization is not trustworthy, don't you're never gonna say you're gonna donate in public, right? You do the vetting process and then you say you're gonna donate. Okay, that's how it works. So it doesn't take an idiot to figure that out, you know. Um, Before you declare to the world that you're gonna do something, you want to know what you're doing, right? You don't just say, "I've agreed to do something. I haven't even read what it is. I'm so tough." What if it was to jump off a building, right? I mean, you've agreed to do that because I mean nobody agrees to do anything that they don't know what it is. It's that's what I'm saying. So in the same way, if you decide not to vet a company and donate to them, that's fine. You don't do your due diligence, but you also don't say that you're going to donate. You don't say that in front of the media, the press. Okay? I mean, fuck. I want to donate a bunch of money to different foundations if if I had the money. I'm not going to go over to make a YouTube video and say I'm going to donate 1 million to this one and 1 million to that one and 1 million to that one. I'm trying to take credit for something that I'm never gonna. I'm not even capable of doing. What's worse is we know Connor is capable of this. We know that $500,000 is not a lot of money. Yet, you know, he does what he does. So for me, look, my relationship with Conor McGregor is just up and down. I was just, saying like, look, I'm trying to give him a chance. He seemed like a different Conor in the last fight. He didn't seem too douchey. He didn't seem too arrogant, and I wasn't a fan of original Connor. Um, some people say that the new attitude is also a reflection of his downfall, but whatever, dude. I mean, if you suck, you suck. It doesn't matter what your attitude is, I guess. What attitude you're showing, really. I mean, there's more to it than just the way someone presents himself in a press conference. That's no way to really say if someone sucks or not. Lately, with his fights, he sucks. So, and I've said that before, and I've stuck to it. He's not a top fighter in his division. He's a has been, right? So yeah, this is a new low for him. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it was when he punched that guy in the bar, when he offered him or imposed on him the proper 12 whiskey. The guy refused, and he punched him. And apparently, this person was like a much older man, possibly a senior citizen, even or close to it. Um, I mean, it could have been that. What about that time when Connor like attacked the bus? Remember, like just I don't give a shit about anyone else's fight. The whole thing was like a bunch of fighters had to cancel fights because of that. Because Connor was pissed, right? I mean, what is that? Some in some organizations you just you don't fight again, but Dana sees money, right? Um, or other things like Connor, all those pictures with him and other women. I mean, that doesn't bother me too much. I don't care about that. But I mean, obviously, I think the vast majority of people look down upon that. Having his longtime partner there, or his now wife, um, and all these pictures of him with other girls. I mean, that's kind of. I mean, I bet most people, top athletes, are said to be womanizers, but not a lot of people sort of have pictures of them with other women online as much as Connor does. I don't know, it's pretty brash. I don't know what to call it. But I mean, even like his attitude when he was fighting Khabib, like if you look back at that, like this is some of what he was doing was like, almost racist when he was like, most people know Muslim people don't drink. People who practice Islam, right? They don't drink. Most people know that, and you might be excused not to know that. But then when you offer a drink to someone and they refuse, I guess you don't force them. If kind of like you would already figure out, okay, he's Muslim, he doesn't drink. But I guess that Connor doesn't can't figure that out, or he was just being disrespectful, which is my guess, and which is kind of like not real insensitive to the guy's religion, right? And at the same time, like the time like Connor comes up and says the Muslim greeting. I'm not going to say what it is, like their way of saying hello, because I don't know how. But he said it in a very like, yeah. I'm sure you could find it, like Connor saying the Muslim greeting or online. But I mean, that's almost like semi-racist, right? I mean, just the behavior um, that he had towards Khabib, and even implying all this like terrorism stuff, pre-fight and all this with his manager, who's also a Muslim. So I mean, look, man, I don't know, man. Connor, I'm never gonna be a fan of him really after this. I mean, these are kids, dude. These are kids with a rough life. No, look, man, I was very lucky as a kid, but even with my luck, I grew up in a very I've never really spoken about it, but I grew up in a very difficult uh, sort of family setting, very challenging household, basically. And so I know to a degree how it feels to be unfortunate, or like to have a disadvantage growing up, or to have a problem, like whether it's, a person within your family who has a problem, one of your parents, or your entire family is just impoverished, or there are other problems that could happen, right? I mean, these are kids, less fortunate kids that they're trying to help, poor neighborhoods, I believe. So, dude, you don't, I mean, I get it. Like, if you're just gonna, you make a bet and you lose a bet against Dustin and you don't pay it, I guess that's fine, because the only guy you're really hurting is Dustin and yourself, your integrity, right? But here, he's hurting his integrity, and at the same time, he's like these kids. I mean, surely these kids are like, wow, this big fighter is donating 500,000. Maybe they had expectations already. If you think about it that far, it's really sad. It's really sad. Maybe they were told like, oh, we're just waiting, but Conor McGregor is going to give us 500,000, and now we're going to have all this stuff. Now we can make a bigger gym, and we could train properly over here. Uh, but no. I guess I don't know. I don't know if Connor's gonna come out and pay. Uh, Honestly, I'd be very surprised if he does. But either way, man, like this doesn't look good for him. The last thing I want to say is also like with Dustin, right? I mean, you something like this. I guess my approach would be, if it's someone I knew personally, someone I worked with in the same organization, I would try to maybe contact him personally before, just like um, publicly outing the guy straight away. That's really not the best approach most of the time. I mean, sometimes, yeah. But in this case, why doesn't just give him a call? Like, hey, man, I emailed you 3 times. Like, my people emailed you 3 times and you never got back to me. Is there any way we could move this forward? Because, we really want to help the kids and we had great plans for that money. That's what I would have done. But I guess maybe there's a plan behind this. Maybe maybe this is staged. Because honestly, a lot of people are getting a bit more interested in this fight. It's not just a foregone conclusion, as it was previously, that Dustin's just gonna beat his ass again. But it still is, honestly, if you think about it. Dustin's still gonna kick his ass. But at least now, for me at least, I kind of want to see him get his ass beat again, more than the second time they fought. So, yeah, look, man, Connor is an asshole. Uh, Whatever you do, man, I mean, let me tell you, if there's nothing worse you could do than, in my opinion, to be known as someone who goes back on their word like this, and for no reason, for no valid reason, really. Um, it doesn't matter, man. Like, it just, you put yourself in a position where, in society there are a few people who are there, people you don't deal with, basically, people you don't really associate yourself with, these sneaky two-timing kind of people. scammers, those kind of people, cheaters, you don't really want to deal with them because they're trouble, right? And they fuck you over. They fuck everyone over. And Connor, I mean, I don't know what he's thinking, man. He has a big business. This is the kind of thing that you mess with the kids, right? You mess with the kids, and people will not buy your whiskey. I don't think. I mean, dude, this is like I just thought about it now, right? Before thinking about this, I was like, the next time I see a proper 12 bottle, maybe I'll buy it and give it a decent try. Although I haven't drank in months, but I was thinking about that. I haven't seen it, or I haven't really been looking at the whiskey aisle, but uh, now, dude, if I see Prop 12, dude, I'm gonna just knock it over. I'm not paying for it. No, I'll just knock it over. Let's see if they could get this guy to pay for it. Just kidding. But it gets me angry, You don't mess with the kids, dude. Like especially like this is like you shouldn't even have done it, man. If this is the kind of guy you are, don't even take the credit. Don't even make these kind of like statements and declarations, dude. You're not generous after all. Come on, dude. Anyway, that's it, dude. This is an evolving story. I actually recorded a video on this earlier. Didn't post it because I had the opportunity to watch it back, and it was kind of crappy. I recorded it earlier today, and I was kind of low energy. I wasn't really able to come up with a good video, but this one should be better. Yeah, uh, as I said, it's an evolving story. So if there's any more news, I'll probably be posting more about it. We'll be posting more content soon. And yeah, thanks again. Please stay tuned and hit that subscribe button. I appreciate you if you're one of my subscribers who follow my content. Thank you so much for your support again. Have a nice time, day, night, evening, morning, wherever you are. Bye bye.